Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. So in this video I'm talking about how to inflate a tyre, a motorcycle tyre, after you've put in a puncture repair kit. You know, you're on the road somewhere or on the trail and you've either using tubeless tyres, so you use a plug, or you've got a tube, so you've either put a new tube in or whatever it is. So how are you going to pump it up? Well, a lot of these tubeless tyre repair kits come with these little gas canisters, and there's a little adapter here, and then you just screw it in and inflate your tyre. The problem is there's not a lot of gas in there, and whilst you know you can have 4 or 5 of these or 6 of these and they'll put a little bit of pressure in the tyre, the truth is the tyre is going to be really underinflated. So hence why a lot of these plug manufacturers say actually, you know, you've got to keep the speed really low when you're riding, less than 40-50 miles an hour, some cases 30 miles an hour. A lot of that is to do because you've hardly got any gas to actually inflate the tyre. The problem also is that you're carrying these gas canisters around, which, you know, just take up space, unnecessary space, I think, anyway. And especially if you want to inflate the tyre properly, you're going to need about 10 or 15 of these, 20 of these, just to actually get it anywhere reasonable. So whilst they do as they're supposed to do, you know, in terms of adding a bit of air into the tyre, I still don't think they're good enough, really. Right, now if you've got the space on your bike and you've got a power outlet, then I'd just get a tyre inflator. Now if you've got, you know, panniers or a top box and you've got the space, just carry one of these with you. I had a very slow puncture on one of my bikes, not one of my bikes, this bike, but on the last set of tyres for about a year and over a year, and I just carried this around with me most of the time when I was you know, my top box or my panniers, wherever I was going. Just quickly plug it in, top it up there, and away I went. And it was actually really good, but I had space, you see, so that was the other thing. Now the other thing is, if you haven't really got a lot of space, or if you're on a bike that hasn't got a power outlet, I mean that's really key here, and you don't want to carry the gas canisters, then just a normal bicycle pump is going to be the business. I mean, you get different types, of course. I'm not saying you get something as small as compact as this. It's going to take a long time to inflate the tyre, no doubt. However, what this will allow you to do is pump it up to any pressure that you want. Also, it's going to allow you just to be free of electricity, free of gas canisters or anything like that. It's old school, but it works. And you know, if I had my choice, if I was going, if I was space limited, if I was going on a long journey, do you know what? I think I'll just bring it all the way back to a pump like that. But if I've got space, then I'll go for a tyre inflator, something like this. Now, this is too big for motorcycles. There are a lot smaller versions on the market. There are micro pumps that you can buy for motorcycle use. They're about that big. They do take a while for the tyre to pump up, but they're a lot smaller and a lot more compact. So that might be worth, you know, carrying as well. But as I say, whether you're on road or off road, will kind of determine what level you want to take it to. If you're going off road, I think you start as a baseline with this. I wouldn't go for any gas canisters. I think they're a waste of time, you know, for off road use. Go for something like this, maybe a very small tyre inflator, that might work. Anyway, I hope this helps. I say, you know, a lot of people, when they talk about, you know, repairing tyres, they kind of forget about how you're going to pump up the tyre at the end of it. So you can carry these, but you also need a means of being able to inflate the tyre as well. As I say, you know, a lot of them come with the gas canisters. I don't particularly like them. That's just a personal preference. They work up to a certain point, but you need to take a lot of them, in my opinion. The tyre inflator, if you've got a power supply on the bike, works well, but the good old well, if you had a foot pump, but obviously they're a lot bigger as well, they'd be better, but a hand pump is probably going to be the best way to go. Right, let me know what you think in the comments below, so what your preference is, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com with all the support pages there, PayPal and Patreon, RevelatorAlf, and The website is going to continue to grow, lots more information coming, lots more pages being developed right now as well. All in the description below, all the links in the description below as well. Right, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Cheers now.